I was around so much, between the music business and, everything.
Diddy late nights, anything can happen. I'm just vibing.
Just looking at my beautiful son, boy, you's a beautiful black.
They say like father, like son, but Quincy Brown doesn't seem to believe in that saying. Recently, he revealed that he's nothing like his adoptive dad, Sean Diddy Combs. In fact, he even blamed the music mogul for the trauma he endured during his early years. Quincy claims that spending time around Diddy negatively impacted his childhood. But what could have been so terrible to affect this young man? Let's dig deeper and find out.
Yeah, they're gonna be going crazy. We're gonna need more security, y'all.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. Just a couple of years ago, Quincy Brown, Diddy's stepson, celebrated a major milestone, his 30th birthday, with an epic star-studded bash at a stylish Beverly Hills estate, hosted by none other than his rap mogul stepdad. It seemed like a moment full of gratitude for Quincy toward his stepfather. However, after months of reflection, this young man has come to a surprising conclusion. His rich and lavish childhood has left him with deep trauma. And he blames Diddy for all the negative experiences that shaped his past.
Doing what I can to, not even fit in, but just understand what's going on.
Diddy is no stranger to living life like it's his last day on Earth. Despite turning 54 this year, the music mogul still lives like he's in his 20s, with non-stop parties and a string of new girlfriends. At the same time, he's managed to father 7 children, ranging in age from 32 years old to just 6 months. While it's admirable to raise so many kids and provide them with the best life possible, Quincy, the eldest of Diddy's children, now believes that Diddy's household wasn't a healthy environment for a safe and stable childhood. Quincy claims he was deeply traumatized by witnessing his stepfather's wild behavior and shenanigans growing up.
With my step-pops, he's just a different breed when it comes to just entertainment-wise, so I definitely got that all instilled in me as well.
Quincy was born in 1991 to former model Kim Porter and singer-songwriter, producer Ulby Shaw. At the age of 3, he moved in with Diddy after his mom began dating the music mogul. Eventually, Quincy was adopted by Diddy, and while it seemed like a dream come true, the reality was far from it. Though living with Diddy came with many perks, like financial security and access to some of the most influential and wealthy people in the entertainment industry, Quincy now reflects on his childhood as anything but ideal. Instead of a perfect childhood, he claims that being around Diddy exposed him to some wild and troubling experiences that he wishes he could have never witnessed.
Growing up, it definitely was a lot that I soaked in and really didn't know what it was until later on.
Quincy's childhood was marked by frequent chaos and wild behavior in the family home, leaving him with lasting emotional scars. Now, as an adult, he wants to protect his younger siblings from experiencing the same things he did, especially the latest addition to the family, Diddy's biological daughter Love, who was born in December 2022. You might wonder what kind of trouble a 6-month-old girl could face, but according to Quincy, Diddy's love for partying has always been a huge part of their household, and he has no intention of slowing down anytime soon. While having your parents' friends around usually doesn't lead to trauma, Quincy insists that the gatherings Diddy hosted were far from ordinary, and they left a lasting impact on him.
Because right now, it's not looking good, but if we...
For a long time, there's been talk on the streets about the wild events that unfold at Diddy's famous parties, and Quincy has now confirmed many of the rumors. According to him, these gatherings were often all-male affairs, featuring high-profile celebrities, and even minors. Quincy mentioned that all the rumors about his stepdad shenanigans are true, revealing that he once witnessed a young rapper, Usher, partying with adult men. If you remember, Usher himself previously confirmed that he lived with Diddy under the same roof when he was just 14.
To New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
At 14 years old, Usher moved to New York to collaborate with Diddy, but it wasn't all about work. Apparently, the mentorship went beyond just music. Diddy wanted to play the role of a father figure to the young artists, even allowing Usher to attend his extravagant parties to give the singer a taste of adult life. Usher, being curious, was intrigued by the experience, and the idea of stepping into the adult world left a lasting impression on him. To this day, Usher reflects on this period as one of the best moments of his life.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
However, for Quincy, it was all beyond creepy to witness adult men engaging in behaviors that should have been kept behind closed doors. This experience likely added to the trauma he had developed over the years of living under Puffy's wing. It raises the question, was Quincy ever part of Puffy's flavor camp like Usher and Justin Bieber? What other disturbing details about his childhood might come to light as he confronts the painful reality of his past? It's clear that Quincy has faced some dark and challenging moments in his life, and only time will reveal just how deep the scars go.
Just to have no sleep. You know what I mean? Like you're operating and you're delusional and stuff, but it's just.
It's crazy what may be happening behind closed doors, with people unable to stay safe from Diddy. Apparently, the late model and Quincy's mom, Kim Porter, wanted to share her side of the story in a tell-all memoir, but tragically, she passed away in 2018. Her ex, B. Shaw, even spouted off a conspiracy theory about her untimely death. Rumors also surfaced about Kim's potential tell-all book about Diddy. To this day, B. Shaw is confident that Kim fell victim to Diddy's cruelty, suggesting she was silenced because of what she knew about his ugly and despicable activities. Many people agree with this theory and express their thoughts on social media. One person commented, "There's a valid reason why they make people call him Quincy's dad. That man had a father who was known and present. This is just more of Diddy being controlling and belittling another man for his own ego." Another user added, "Wow, he's got everything a man could want, and I still feel sorry for him being Diddy's son." It may seem like a privilege to be close to the music mogul, but in reality, Quincy says it's more like a punishment. Ever since actor Jamie Foxx accidentally spilled the beans about Diddy's wild gatherings with men, he also felt compelled to speak out. Jamie revealed how his friend, Puffy, was partying with young male rappers, which is believed to be one of the main reasons Jamie ended up in the hospital. It's believed Diddy couldn't let more truths come to light, leading to a possible cover-up.
Watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel, filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous.
It was an eye-opening moment for Quincy, as he reflected on his past and began seeing many things from a different perspective. He now believes that his stepfather, Diddy, is somewhat of a monster, starting with the fact that he essentially took Quincy away from his biological father by adopting him. Yes, Quincy grew up as a privileged kid thanks to Diddy's vast wealth, but as we know, such an opulent lifestyle often comes at a steep cost. The young boy quickly fell under the influence of the music mogul, exposed to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. However, beneath the surface, everything wasn't as perfect as it seemed.
Everything is a process, things take time.
In 2008, Quincy published an open letter to his biological father, accusing him of being an absentee parent. In the letter, he expressed his admiration for Sean Diddy Combs, writing, "Sean Combs is the person who I look up to and appreciate as a father." He added that he was grateful for everything Diddy had given him, saying, "He is the one who helped mold me into the person I am today, and I will always try to live up to his expectations. He has always been supportive of me, and I will forever love and respect him." However, after reflecting on everything he had witnessed as a child, Quincy came to the painful realization that Diddy's influence had actually ruined his childhood, leaving him with traumatizing memories. Despite the opulent and lavish lifestyle Diddy had provided, Quincy now believes that it came at a significant emotional cost.
You have resources, you have people in your life who, were incredibly talented, had great connections.
Now, it seems to Quincy that Diddy essentially took away all chances for him to grow up in a healthy environment. Because of his stepdad's never-ending shenanigans, the young man is now struggling with distinguishing right from wrong. He blames the music mogul for stepping into the role of a father, preventing Quincy from mending his relationship with his biological dad, B. Shaw. This interference has left Quincy grappling with unresolved emotional issues and confusion about his past.
I was just in the background of everything. I wasn't really, all that stuff was happening, but I wasn't really using or, in the mix, really.
Over time, as Quincy began to realize the true nature of his stepdad, his relationship with his estranged biological father, B. Shaw, has changed significantly. What was once a non-existent relationship has evolved into something much stronger, even to the point where the two of them filmed a music video together. According to insiders, the bond between Quincy and his real dad is now much closer. A source claimed that things have slowly improved since then, with the two of them going out to dinners, and their relationship is the best it has ever been. Fans hope Quincy can heal from the traumatic experiences of his past and distance himself from Diddy's damaging presence. One person commented, "I wish Quincy's mom was still here. Diddy is not a good dad or a role model for anyone. Quincy should be wondering why his mom is not here. Quincy, get close to God and your real dad. B. Shaw." Another user added, "Moral of the story, stay away from Diddy." Let's hope young artists will listen to this advice and stop trying to get into Diddy's circle, because all this man does is permanent damage. What do you think about this? Was Quincy's childhood ruined by Diddy? Will he ever recover from those traumatic memories? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to hear what you think. In the meantime, check out my other videos about the sinister side of the music industry. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.